It's Patrik from intensivecarehotline.com today with another testimonial. And I just simply want to read out the testimonial and I will give you some context as I go along. Like I've been saying over and over again on these videos, we have saved lives in intensive care through our consulting and advocacy. And I can say that without any exaggeration whatsoever. And you can, look more on our testimonial sections, what our clients say. You can have a listen on our podcast section, what our clients say, So here's another one. So, hi, Patrik. I have finally jotted down a testimonial. I hope you find it useful. My husband ended up in ICU after being found unconscious. X-rays showed he had aspirated into his right lung and he was put on a ventilator to support him whilst treating for pneumonia. This was quite a frightening time for me. I really didn't know what was going on or what should be going on in an ICU. The staff were quite friendly, but kept the discussions very simplistic. I felt powerless. It wasn't until I accessed Patrik Hutzel's expertise that I started getting real answers. Not only was he willing to speak to staff directly, he told me what sort of questions to ask, which would encourage the doctors to talk to me at a deeper level. My husband had been in ICU for 2 weeks and all measurements were showing he was good to be weaned off the ventilator. Patrik taught me what indicators to ask for. However, because of a previous failed extubation and general weak muscle tone, the doctors didn't see it would be successful and were leaning towards a tracheostomy. I was armed with all the right questions and seeing my keenness to give it a go, they proceeded to take the tube out and put him on a BiPAP machine. Wonderfully, it was successful and significantly shortened any further stay in ICU. This moment was very crucial, as the longer my husband stayed in ICU, the more weight and muscle tone he lost. I am so grateful for Patrik as I feel it improved the outcome for my husband. Plus, he metaphorically gave me a map and compass to navigate this very different experience. This is from Julie from Australia. I can happily say that my husband is now doing really well. Thank you to Patrik and his team. Well, thank you, Julie, for giving us this detailed testimonial. I really appreciate it. And I vividly remember your situation and your husband's situation when we spoke to the ICU on a couple of occasions where I felt very optimistic that extubation is possible with everything that we knew. Of course, there are no guarantees, but I use my judgment from having worked in intensive care for over 20 years, nearly 25 years now, as a critical care nurse in 3 different countries, where I also worked as a nurse manager in intensive care for over 5 years. And I've been consulting and advocating for families in intensive care all around the world since 2013. So one of my skills really is to conceptualize what's going on and put it in real terms and tell you, yep, this is what you should expect, this is what you should be doing, this is what we should be advocating for. That's one of my strengths, to conceptualize what's happening and then put it in real terms and ask the right questions. Not, 99% of families in intensive care have no idea what to look for, what questions to ask, how to manage doctors and nurses. They don't know their rights and they simply don't know what they don't know. And this was one of those examples where, the client didn't know what they didn't know, but I was able to help them. And, again, I also have to give kudos to my team in the background, team of critical care nurses that helped me, especially when it comes to reviewing of medical records. I can't do it all by myself, but, as you can see with our track record, we are very committed in getting the best care and treatment for our clients and getting good outcomes for them. So that's my testimonial for today. Now, if you need help for your loved one in intensive care or for your situation in intensive care, we have created a membership for families of critically ill patients in intensive care. Julie was also a member. And if you are becoming a member, you have access to me and my team 24 hours a day in a membership area and via email, and we answer all questions intensive care related. In the membership, you also get access to ebooks and videos that are only accessible to members, and they address all questions for families in intensive care. If you want to become a member, go to intensivecarehotline.com, click on the membership link, or go to intensivecaresupport.org directly. Now, I also offer one-on-one consulting and advocacy over the phone, Zoom, WhatsApp, Skype, whichever medium works best for you. So Julie here, she was a member, so she had email access, but she was also using the phone options. So she had the best of both worlds, which is one of the reasons, not the only reasons, that we got such good outcomes, because we could collaborate with Julie over the phone and via email. That was really, really helpful to get good outcomes. Now, as part of my phone consulting and advocacy, I talk to you and your families directly, but I also talk to doctors and nurses directly, and I ask all the questions that you haven't considered asking, right, but must be asked, so that you make informed decisions, have peace of mind, control, power, and influence. Now, I also represent you in family meetings with intensive care teams, making sure you get the best care and treatment for your loved ones. Again, making sure you make informed decisions, have peace of mind, control, power, and influence. Furthermore, we also offer medical record reviews in real time, so that you can get a second opinion in real time. We also offer medical record reviews after intensive care if you have unanswered questions, if you need closure, or if you are simply suspecting medical negligence. And all of that you get at intensivecarehotline.com. Call us on one of the numbers on the top of our website, or send us an email to support@intensivecarehotline.com with your questions. Now, if you like my videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel for regular updates for families in intensive care. Click the like button, click the notification bell, share the video with your friends and families, and comment below what you want to see next, what questions and insights you have. Thank you so much for watching. This is Patrik from intensivecarehotline.com, and I will talk to you in a few days. Take care for now.